Okay, we're going to try the I Love You massage today to help move chyme and digested food through the bowel. So let's remember that around the belly button in this nice donut shape is around where the small intestine is sitting. It's where the food goes first after being in the stomach. And then we have the large intestine. So in the large intestine, it starts on the right side, moves up under the ribs, over under the other ribs on the left, and down, and then out as a bowel movement. So when we're working on the bowels, we want to start in the last 1/3 of the bowel, which is under the left ribs to just inside of that bony prominence of the pelvis there. So we start under the ribs, and then we just start with nice gentle compression and little circles. Okay, thinking about kind of a swirly type of shape and just moving gently downward. You might feel some bubbles, you might feel some stool, and the child might experience a little bit of discomfort, but it should pass as you continue to practice. So we aim for between 5 to 10 lengths on this left side, moving downward towards the inside of the pelvis. Once we've done that, then we're going to move over 1/3 of the segment. So we're going to go to underneath the ribs on the right side and work our way over towards the ribs on the left side. Good. And then all the way down again. Yep. And you might feel more bubbles and more stool and a little bit more discomfort. It's okay to stop and take a break if you like. So we're going to go 5 to 10 times under those right ribs, over to the left. Good. And then working your way down. Wonderful. And once we've done that, we'll move over even one more segment. So starting way over on the right side, going from inside the pelvis all the way up to under those ribs. Good. And moving over towards the other ribs. Good. And down. Very good. And we want to do 5 to 10 times from inside the pelvis all the way up, under the ribs, across, and down. Good. And once we finish that, I've done a very sped up version of it, then we can come over to the small intestine, which is that kind of donut shape around the belly button. Okay, so we're going to work in a clockwise direction, still adding just a moderate amount of pressure until the child gets more used to it, and just working around. Good. And 5 to 10 times around in this direction too. This technique always works best with lotion or oil because it will just make it a bit more comfortable for the child or adult. Good. Some kids are happier with doing the small intestine first and then the large intestine. This way is best to start with because it will reduce the chances of you having any kind of backup of stool into a big ball and make it uncomfortable. But once you get more used to it, you'll figure out what works best for you. So once again, just as a quick review, you started on the left side, and that will look like a letter I from the child's perspective, right? And then we did this shape, which was an L from the child's perspective. And then we did this shape, which was a U from the child's perspective. And then the small intestine. Nice work.